What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how I'm making my budget barbarian kits to make money right now. So I have 3 kits built right here, and I will flash up the stats I have on for this kit right here. So essentially we're going visored sallet, northern full tunic, loose trousers, lace turn shoe, double ring of finesse for more decks, and then we're going riveted, adventurer cloak, and warmaul. So we go visored sallet for the agi and dex. Those are both stats we kind of want here. And then northern full I think is just kind of the goat. You get agi dex. It's kind of, I don't know why you'd run anything else on barbs. We go double ring of finesse for more dex. Right, just keep in mind dex is boosting my action speed and manual dexterity. And then we get strength, extra damage here. We get more agi and more agi with like a nice balance of move speed. And then I went ahead and threw on an adventurer cloak for more agi, but I also wanted a little bit more health on it just to get to that 152 with the necklace apiece. And then we're just running a purple warmaul. I basically have add weapon 3 max health and buff duration on this one. I think I went max health on all of them just to get to that 150. So I don't know if I had 155 with it. With the b-hop nerfs, it's like very hard to get away from a barb, as like I normally play warlock, so I mean it's just tough to deal with, and he was already strong. I think all the changes made him even stronger. So for perks and skills, I'm running two-hander, robust, iron will, and potion chugger. This also is helping me get to the 150 HP threshold that I was kind of shooting for. To be honest, you can also go like berserker, right? But look, I immediately dropped to 130, and I just didn't want to be that low because at the end of the day, barb is kind of just a stat check class. And I always take rage, and we are taking reckless even though it was just nerfed. To be honest, I still think reckless is just better. And then I have a NECA piece just to get more max health. These builds are kind of mid-maxed for 224s. They are not for 225 plus. That's why these are mostly green blue, right, other than the warmaul. And I spent roughly 3k per kit, so about 9k total for all of this. It really was less than that. It was more like 8 something, but for the sake of the video, just make it easier, we spent 3k per kit. And I have an empty stash here. I'll show you what we pocket. For this first fight, this guy was really just giving me the runaround around the elevator. A lot of people do this in this module. It's the only reason I didn't like it before the randomized, but it's still like probably the best module to find players, even in randomized. But yeah, so this guy popped a prot, so I assumed he was getting ready to get active, but he still just kind of played ring around the rosy around the elevator, which is pretty annoying, but it is what it is. Start throwing throwables. You should bring more frannies, really, but dude, I think it's more important in 225 plus than it is in 224s. And again, this guy's just perma running. He's trying to space it out. By the way, Cleric did just get nerfed, so he might just be not really knowing his numbers anymore. Dude, this guy's
so annoying.
I even said live there that he's just being annoying, and he is, to be fair. So I'm just waiting for an opening. I should be able to just stat check him. So I go for a swing here. He actually outspaces me twice, then hits me twice, and I land the reckless on his head, and it's GG after that. Unfortunately, he was Cleric. So
that guy
most
played like
clerics
an absolute wuss,
can run absolute trash gear, and this guy did. So we didn't pocket that much from this guy, but we did get a little bit. I think I ended up grabbing his mace.
First player we found goes down, and it is a cleric. Thank you, cleric nerfs, by the way. Just saying.
And his rings. And that's about it.
Well, that's kind of... Dude, this guy was in terrible gear. What the hell?
Yeah, so I just wanted to put this clip in to show you guys. I have literally been having so much trouble finding players. This is final circle. I'm looting a chest, looking around. No one's here. So I found one guy that match.
So insane.
And that was it.
No one anywhere.
It's been rough, man, to find players. In fact, I talk about this, but in the 3 hours I ran these gear sets, I found probably 6 people, maybe 7. And I showed a couple of those fights here, but a couple of them were just not good fights, or they ran away or something like that.
There's no one here, that's for sure.
Here, after another probably hour of searching, I heard a guy, and he straight booked it immediately. I'm trying to hunt him down. Haven't seen him yet. I don't know what class it is. Eventually I heard him again, so I was kind of on the trail. Saw the open door, ran through it. There he is, it's a fighter. I have him cornered in the back here. I freaking wasted my reckless on the wall there. Headshot him there, headshot him there. It should be GG there. Getting hit by a goblin. He kind of goes for the last resort longsword parries. He actually lands a parry here. I just spaced the riposte. And take him down. If I remember, this guy also had pretty trash gear. He just had a Watchman's. If I remember correctly, that Ox Pendant wasn't bad either. And then the next fight, this guy also kind of gave me the run around. This is another Barb. I don't know why this guy was so scared, but dude, he did not want to fight. Maybe he was weak, but when he had plenty of time to heal, he just popped a red. He was double axe and war maul. Okay, he just booked it. He popped his rage.
Come on, Bubba.
He actually, if he did this on purpose, it was really smart. He actually cut me off where I couldn't jump the gap. And he made a lot of space. He could have gotten away here if he was a little bit smarter.
So smart by him. If he did that on purpose, that was so smart.
Yeah, I said live. If he did it on purpose, that was really smart. But I'm running him down, and then he makes a mistake here, and that's how I catch him. He goes around this, lets me cut him off. He realizes he doesn't have anywhere to go. I cut this corner again, and finally we caught him. Without the reckless, he takes 4 hits, and he goes down. He would have been a lot better off if he just fought me. And unfortunately, guys, those are the only fights I have to show you. I played again like 3 or 4 hours. Those are all the guys I found where it was worth showing at all. I died to a Slayer fighter, lost 1 kit, died to mobs once chasing a warlock, and then I just couldn't find anybody else really. I had 1 other kill. I think it was a fighter, and that was it. So I just wanted to spend this time to talk about the current state of goblin caves. So I literally got so bored I started doing troll here. I almost never do troll or cyclops in HR. But I legit couldn't find players, so I want to talk about the best way really right now, in my opinion, to make money is through gems. So if you can kill a boss and just hit pile, pile's going to be completely uncontested. There's almost no one in the lobbies right now. So that's what I did here. Hit troll really quick. I ended up making about 4 or 5k from gems. So that plus the gear I'll show you here that I got from the kills I got, and it's kind of all we pocketed. I'm sorry the results are a little bit underwhelming, but to be honest, it's just been really hard to make content and find players at all. The recent changes really got people running away from the game, man. I like the circle in solo HR, but I can see why a lot of people don't. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. One thing I think they really messed up is the Fog of War. It doesn't make sense to me that there's Fog of War in normals and not in HR. This means that bossing is actually easier in HR, which is weird, right? And to be honest, HR Troll is actually easier anyway because the stupid Fist Slam is like the worst attack in the entire game. Just gives you free headshot, really. But it's basically impossible to gold mine in normals, which doesn't seem like a good thing to me. If you guys don't know how it works now is you have to kill Cyclops, kill Troll, and there's a little emblem in the treasure room that shows you whether the other boss is alive or not. And then once both are dead on the map, you have to then go to a third module called Cave Altar A, where you open a double door and then you can access the gold room just like it was previously. That is pretty much impossible with continuous and randomized dungeons, because you can load in halfway through a game and then only have the chance to find one boss. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's a bad system. I don't really understand why they did that. And I know this is kind of controversial, but the B-hop thing I didn't think was that bad. I think the main reason they needed to remove it, and this makes sense, is because it's frame rate cap, so people with worse computers couldn't do it as well. So I think that's a big problem. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Otherwise, I don't think the solo HR experience is that bad if people actually play it. The Storm is kind of fun. They did just make recent changes about AP, so I will be releasing a video about that and showing you guys how to get Demigod for free. And with that, I'm sorry the gear results were a little bit underwhelming. It was just too hard to find players. But that is it for today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.